Muscatine, and happy Monday. My name is Autumn Schultz, and as always, I need to say thank you to our sponsors because we would not be here without them. First off, Hy-Vee, Unity Point Health, and Trinity Muscatine, Muscatine Power and Water, Becky Insurance, Toyota of Muscatine, Rivel Plumbing and Heating, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Suntan City, Lutheran Living Senior Campus, Impact Life Blood Center, Harper Cycling and Fitness, Muscatine County Fair, and Bayer of Muscatine. I personally have to do a quick shout out to Discover Muscatine and their staff and their crew. Last week I had lost my grandmother, and they are absolutely amazing by helping me and pitching in, picking up a little bit of my slack, and so I just have to say thank you to Pearl City Media and Discover Muscatine and the Muscatine community for just giving out your thoughts, your loves, and your prayers to my family. So thank you. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And some things that are happening this week in Muscatine. Shop with Hops is coming back for round 2 on Saturday, August 27th. Starting at 3 p.m., local businesses will host some of our Midwest best breweries, so you can sip, sample, and shop your way through downtown Muscatine. You can also enjoy some delicious craft beer samples, and also, if you sign up, you can also have a chance to reserve your little crafting 5-ounce glass. So be sure to go onto shopwithhops.com to get your spot into that. Thursday is Almost Friday Fest, and it is Watermelon Week. So they are going to also have some free watermelons courtesy of Stouts Market. And under the beverage tent, they are going to be giving out some delicious watermelon sangrias, which I think is delicious. And live music from the Mud Dog Band. That starts at 5 p.m. And with that, and there's going to be someone giving a little extra detail about this. We've been talking about it a couple times in the past couple months. It is going to be the chance for the annual YMCA Duck Derby at Almost Friday Fest. So adopt your duck or get your flock of ducks or quack of ducks. I don't remember which one it was. But get your ducks at Almost Friday Fest. You can purchase your yellow duck or ducks and watch them go down 200 foot of a blue slip and slide. The 3 fastest and the slowest duck will win. I want the slowest duck to win. So each adoption that you do will support the YMCA youth and teen programs. So you can head over to the YMCA website under events, click on the Duck Derby, and adopt your ducks today for this Thursday's Almost Friday Fest. Another event, there's so many events happening on Saturday. I'm going to be talking about so many this week. One that is also happening at 5:30 is the Reaching Out fundraiser for suicide awareness. This is happening at the Mississippi Brew. All the proceeds will be donated to the NAMI. There will be raffle tickets that will also be sold for baskets donated by our community here in Muscatine. There will be a $10 cover starting at 8:30 p.m. and there's going to be music by Joey Pete, Eugene Levy, and Fueled by Emo. So if you would like to, this is a big event. Come out 5:30 p.m. this Saturday. And also there's going to be a trivia night happening at Geneva for the MCSA that evening as well. So I'm going to confirm to make sure there's still some tables available. So if you haven't done that, get a hold of Nick Horn at MCSA today. Speaking of 2 amazing people here in Muscatine, one, it's Megan Mondays, and she always wears purple, so I thought I should wear purple because I'm always wearing black on Mondays. So I'm switching it up a little bit. But I have Megan Francis and Lindsey Phillips here. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So let's go a little bit more into Duck Derby, just to remind people why this is such a big deal.
Yes. So we have Quack Pack.
Yes.
Feathery Flack. And then there's a dozen Derby, right? Derby dozen.
Derby dozen.
And then your single lone duck that you can buy too. So
we
still
don't
available.
We don't want single lone ducks.
I know, but
we
it
want
just
the
takes
feathery
one,
flock.
But it helps. Just takes one.
That is
so
true.
yeah, the feathery flock is a good deal too. So, and we have sold some. So there's going to be a lot racing down that slip and slide. So that'll be fun. So why it's important, our YMCA teen programming and our character development department hosts several hours each week of free programming for youth and teens ages 3rd through 8th grade, so kind of those years where you're a little too old for daycare, or you think you are, but then you're also, getting into that high school setting where you're really just gaining in your independence, and with that kind of comes the opportunity to make some poor choices sometimes. So the Y becomes that safe spot where you have the guidance of a staff person each afternoon after school, and then in the summer months from 1 to 4 there's a staff in that room too, that there's just free choice, that you're utilizing the Y facility, partaking in activities throughout the community, whether it's our Togetherhood program, where you're learning about different organizations in town and then doing random acts of kindness to give back as well, kind of taking that accountability and responsibility to the community, and that's what's taught there, as well as just new experiences. So there are kids that are doing disc golf every day, they're fishing in the community, just I guess exploring those interests and doing it in a way that they're supervised, but yet have the freedom and the independence to grow at that really crucial age gap where you're kind of finding your identity, I think. So the Y is there for that. And then of course other youth programming that we have with our developmental sporting programs, team sports, as well as just getting to know boundaries, I think. I'm always struggling on how to explain it because it's not the team sports, but it's really just like those, they call them playground groups and stuff. This is Amy's program. She can talk about it way better than I can, but learning to stand in line and share and follow instructions and be in that coaching atmosphere, they're kind of the things that they're working on. So
awesome. I love it. I think, when you told me about the duck derby at first, I'm thinking to myself, what in the world are we doing with ducks?
The first year people thought they were real ducks. I think they were like, where are all the ducks? We're like, I don't know if that would be a good idea.
That's what went through my head when I first read Duck Derby. I'm thinking, okay, all right. Not sure where this is going.
It's adorable. And there should be a big thank you given to Muscatine Power and Water for that. Each year they provide the water, of course, and they have a great setup that they've really invested in this and made it a lot of fun. And so they'll make sure all the ducks are well on their way down the 200 some feet. So
perfect. Yeah. And this is going to be inside where the Almost Friday Fest is.
Yeah, it's right down, well, it's
kind of right at the walk-up entrance.
Okay.
Yeah. You really can't miss it.
You won't be able to miss it.
No.
Perfect.
No, but it's in that same area.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. And what's going on at Crossroads and Senior Resources today?
This week, well, we're busy as usual. But some of the things that we're kind of making that switch over, end of lawn season, where we've been helping our seniors take care of lawn care. So we're still looking for some chore workers to help out as we finish that season. And then, I don't want to say it on a Monday, but we're gearing up for snow season, right?
Why would you
I know, don't say it on a Monday, especially when it's beautiful out, right?
Yes.
We've had very small, beautiful weather.
Weird rain this past week, and now you're talking about snow.
No, it could happen though. And so, just getting the word out that we do have that opportunity for chore workers to be able to help a senior, especially if, anywhere from high school students, you can do it on your own schedule. So make a little bit of extra money and help out a neighbor, and then all the way to someone who's maybe brand new retired or whose life just disrupts a little bit when there's snow, so they have an extra time. And our chore coordinator does a great job of, if you've got kind of an area that would be most convenient for you to go to, he will find people in your radius or your area. So you're not going to be like, headed out to one area, another house in another area, and just given what we've got. He'll really work to make that convenient for you. So it's a great way. We can do it as volunteer. For snow, we definitely have a few families who are volunteering to do that. But then, if you're looking just for a little bit of extra money, it can be paid as well. So
we have one kid on our block, without even asking, he just does our sidewalk and actually will start going into our driveway.
Yeah.
Just no matter what, he just goes straight down the entire block. And we're like, you are just the kindest kid in the world.
Yeah.
And then he just does it. He does not like it when we, donate money to him. He's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
So we've been giving it to his mom so she can keep it aside.
Keep it tucked away.
Yeah, keep it tucked away.
Yeah. And then we've got our Meals on Wheels program. Going strong. And we are looking for, again, with the change of the school year, and then as you head into weather, it just changes people's schedule a little bit.
Yep.
So some people who have volunteered a whole lot over the summer, now their schedule's changing a little bit. So we're seeing that shift. We could use more volunteers, specifically Thursdays. So a volunteer can come once a month, come once a week, whatever works with their schedule. It takes about an hour. Pick up meals at the hospital and then deliver them out and then return the supplies to the hospital. It's really quick. There's directions and everything, and the people who get these meals are just so appreciative, not only for the hot meal that comes, but for someone coming to their door, giving it to them with a smile, checking on them to make sure they're okay and safe. But you know, how great is it when you open the door and just see a friendly smile? So that's a big part of it as well. And I think our volunteers get just as much out of it as those who need the meal. So just by calling Senior Resources, you can get involved in that real quick.
Easy.
Yeah.
Deliver, have a smile,
Yeah.
say how are you. That can change someone's day. I have a pet fly that's been hanging out on my hand this whole time.
Little Miss Fruitland told me that you can deliver to Fruitlands.
We are.
Oh.
That is a little coming up surprise on Wednesday.
Oh.
Little Junior Miss
Spoiler
Fruitland.
alert.
Whoops.
We'll be delivering out in Fruitland. So yeah, we have expanded to Fruitland.
So if you're watching now, you get the inside
I
scoop.
know.
Yeah,
you got the
don't you
inside
do not
scoop.
know now. It's a secret.
It's okay.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Look
she
for
was
it.
so excited to tell
Yeah.
me about it. So.
Yep, she is. Junior Miss Fruitland's going to do some meal delivery out in Fruitland and just make sure that those who are out in the area realize that we go that far into the area. And expanding into different areas is a little bit difficult until you get a few people and can make a route and that type of thing. But we're very open to it. And then we partner with with Milestones as well, so they do some of the Wilton and outlying
nice. I
areas.
love
So
that.
we'll make sure people get fed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's really neat. And yeah, thank you for the little inside
Teaser.
scoop. The little teaser.
Watch the Senior Resources Facebook page, friends.
I'm gonna get like 300 follows today.
Right.
Just for that.
Like it. She's coming.
Yes.
She will be ready. Now all of a sudden she's going to get people messaging her saying, wait, what happened?
What are you doing?
Wait, what's going on again? All right, so we have something coming up fun in September. We have this, and I think this is the first time. I think I heard about this last year, but really I've never got the inside depth of it. Talk about the Muscatine Community Block Party. How did this start, and where are we going from here?
I'll let you go with the start of it.
Okay, so this is the 12th year. It started, the Muscatine Community YMCA hosted family nights, at least quarterly, if not monthly, at the start, right? Those have dwindled a little bit as activities have increased just in general around the community, but the Community Block Party is one of those things that started out of it and really just reached out to several different organizations with the goal of bringing them to the people so that we were aware in the community of what resources were available, what organizations were doing, and how to access them, as well as just engaging in who's going to be served by those organizations. And so over the last 12 years, it's really grown to include even more individuals. It used to be hosted at the Y through some construction that we did a couple of years ago. It was moved out to Discovery Park or to the Environmental Learning Center, and then the partnership developed with Crossroads to be utilized as transportation and help really just provide extra space too for people to get started. And then Muscabus is there, transports people. There's a whole system that everything has been thought of, but it's definitely growing every year. It's always the second Friday in September. And so we're sticking with that. We know it's a busy time of year with football and there's so much going on, but it's 5:30 to 7:30 on September 9th.
And a completely free event. So yeah, and it, Discovery Center, Environmental Learning Center, parking, maybe we use the main parking lot right in front of the Environmental Learning Center, so it doesn't leave a lot. So that's where Crossroads provides the overflow parking. Super easy, down Hauser, tons of parking there, and then Muscabus free will get you right into the event. May even be easier than trying to get into one of the side parkings and walk up. It's just to take that route. And I know my kids they don't ride the Muscabus very often, but so to take the shuttle in and get dropped off right there in front is super easy.
Yeah, and they're just constantly running, so it doesn't delay you at all.
I love that. I would say when I'm looking at this, so there's over 30 local organizations So will they just be kind of having the tables with information, activities provided for them? What all would they kind of just taking part in?
So we're almost to 40 organizations now. This has been a big hit. Everyone's ready to go out. And our theme, I think Megan was going to talk a little bit more about the theme too, but it's fostering community and connections. And last year this event was hosted following COVID. And so even though this is our second year, I guess, back since the pandemic, it's still, we know that people are still needing that connection and finding out who's back in person, what organizations are fully working again, and what's available. So that has been our theme, and I think it's really worked. People have responded and they want to be there. So when you pull up on the Muska bus or in your car, whichever you decide, we'll have volunteers from Crossroads and United Way that'll be there handing out tickets to each family, and then the 40 organizations are set up under tents and tables, and they will have an activity for each child to do. Hy-Vee will be there with their grill, so there will be a hot dog meal provided to every family. Salvation Army will provide us with some water. We've got lots of activities.
And it is meant to be more than just going and getting those information, but really interactive for the kids to get involved, to have an activity, so that it's building that full family connection. The other thing that, also really highlighting, how can people get back into volunteering, and really build that, those years of COVID were so isolating, that not only how to reach out to resources, but really just how to get involved yourself. And so it's both those sides of things, is, what can you do for your community, and what can your community do for you when you need it.
I mean, when I'm looking at a lot of these organizations that are listed down below, social media is the way to go, but that in-person is really important. So I love the fact that you are inviting so many local communities and charities and events, saying, hey, this is who we are, I'd like to meet you in person. Not, oh, look, they're posting every single day, oh, they've got something. Well, can I talk to someone? I like to talk to someone in person to feel more invited and welcome to join it. And that's why I joined Walk to End, because that first time I got to meet Meg and Michelle, I loved how passionate they were, and I said, where can I sign up? I didn't just go on the website and say, oh, sure, I'll volunteer on the leadership board, even though I don't know anyone.
That's true, though.
It's intimidating, to just reach out to places and to know what is back in person, or if you're not looking for in person, right? We've all learned now that we've got to do things in different ways. What are the new options? I think everything kind of changed in those 2 years, and so it's just, what are the options and what's going to fit best for you.
I like that. Sometimes you don't want to do something in person, but you still want to be involved. Something as simple as sharing a flyer, or like going to maybe stores' bulletin boards. I mean, I know Hy-Vee's got 3 or 4 in this area that, I don't have to interact with someone, but I can still get it out there and do my part.
Yeah. So this year, B100 is actually back. So at the time of print on all of this, we are missing some of the people that will be there. So this is not the entire list. If you're looking at the flyer, there will be more there. So B100 is going to be there. Norfolk Iron and Metal. Heinz will be there. I guess they are on there. But we'll have some other organizations there as well. The Theo Wolf Foundation is going to be there with some safe sleep activities. And then of course, so B100, that's, people hear B100 and that's a name that they recognize and know. So they MC the event.
Oh, nice.
So they will actually be talking about the missions of each and every organization that is participating that night. And then they'll be handing out door prizes. So every participant is bringing a door prize. There's not a set value to the door prize or really a lot of guidance other than it's just for families, friends, some kind of activity or thing that they can utilize in the community. So it could be a gift card to like a gift basket or to a game night, or it's just a large variety there. So they'll be calling those out. Every family that attends is entered into that door prize. So they'll be taking care of that and then playing some music and entertaining that night.
I love that. And then I see that there are some fun activities to enjoy for the kids. You want to talk about some of those different ones?
Yeah, so the library comes every year and they bring their big blue blocks. So they'll be there again this year so kids can build things, climb on things. That'll take a lot of time. I think kids just like to kind of hang out there and use their imagination and get creative. The fire truck, and I believe some years they have an ambulance there, just depending on what they have to have ready to respond. Yep. So they'll be there too so that people can see those. Wes, the balloon guy, will be there to make balloon animals for everyone. And then, of course, the Environmental Learning Center will be open as well, and they'll have reptiles and amphibians ready to go for you to touch and learn more about. Megan's not going into that.
My table is not next to that.
We know where Megan will not be.
Will not be inside. Okay, good. Good. But then we'll have bounce houses too, so there will be that. The Hidden in Plain Sight trailer will be there and hosted by the Muscatine Police Department and New Horizons.
Okay.
That's a trailer that if you haven't seen it yet, it kind of walks in and really walks you through how to recognize signs of substance abuse, whether it would be like a teen living with you, or if you're a family member or someone that has experienced substance abuse, it'll walk you through all of those signs and hidden risk factors and things like that.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a nice one to have there. We will, of course, the door prizes. There will be crafts. I don't even know how to start with what crafts there will be because every organization gets to pick their own activity and what they're bringing. So Big Brothers Big Sisters will be there, and they'll be bringing friendship bracelets, so everyone will get to make friendship bracelets. The crafts can also go with the theme, right? So it could be something that you're doing that makes those connections, or it could imply something like that.
So parents bring like a reusable bag with you.
We'll give you one.
Nice.
They'll get a bag when they get there.
They're going to need that to put everything in.
But otherwise there will be like big Connect 4. Eastern Iowa Community College, MCC branch, they always bring out their big Connect 4. So I think one of the things that's really exciting about this event is that there are a lot of returning organizations. So you know there's value in it. There will be over 400 people visiting that night and just seeing what the community has to offer. So, and then there's new people too. So I think that it's just a perfect mix that I guess, you know what you're going to expect if you've been before. It's going to be a lot of the same people, but then something new to be excited about too.
Oh yeah, because I mean, even if it is, say Crossroads and they have their table, maybe your information is some that's been the same, but obviously you've got new things coming up that you can have that always available. So it's not like I'm going to walk through and see the same thing every single year. I had a question and I literally just lost it. It just went away.
It's okay.
Should be beautiful weather for Friday.
It really should be.
Have you looked at the weather, or are you just guessing?
Don't jinx it.
I don't know. I was like, oh great, that's great news. It will be.
I remember my question now.
Okay.
There we go.
That's good. Good timing.
Yeah, I know, right? If there are some maybe local organizations that haven't, do they still have a chance to join?
Yes. So yes. But give us grace because it is full. We have a lot of organizations coming, so we are kind of at this point just dropping tables in the grass. So you have to bring your own table, bring your own tent if you'd like a tent. But yes, just be aware that we don't want to turn anyone away because we would hate for something to be missing that someone needs or that they're there to look for. And we really we want all of the organizations there. So we do want to just be more mindful though that we don't want this to become like a job fair. We know that that's really popular. Everyone is in need of employees right now. We don't want that pressure there. So we are just reminding businesses and organizations, that this is a resource fair for the people that are coming to see you. So not necessarily a job fair or a vendor fair. So our organizations and tables that are there should not be selling anything or soliciting you, more in the reverse, right? You're there to solicit them in a way. So as long as that sounds right and what you need out of the event and you're happy to kind of set up and make it work, then we'll try to accommodate.
And it is a drop-in, so that 5:30 to 7:30, you can come for half an hour, you can come the whole time. There is a lot going on in town, but it's definitely worth coming out for a half hour, an hour, and make it work around the other things going on. So.
Yes. And this is, and I will continuously bring this up, so it's Friday, September 9th at 5:30 to 7:30 at Discovery Park, and you can also do parking at Crossroads because you're just right across.
Well, we're kind of around the corner, but with the Musca bus, it's super easy.
Yeah.
Yep, and plenty of parking. Or you can actually walk now through the Arbor Commons there.
Right, there's a trail access.
And it could be a beautiful night to go for a little walk. So either way.
Yeah, you're asking about weather, and it's September 9th. I mean, hopefully she's predicting the weather.
All of September.
But
I'm just calling it
it's
all.
It's a rain or
beautiful.
shine event, is my understanding, right? People have tossed it out each year, and they will hang under their tents, and the crowd still comes. It doesn't, of course, if there's lightning or anything like that, the event will just be canceled. But
Yep.
so we hope not.
I was so sad about the Muskie boosters, like fall kickoff.
I know, but they sold out of food right before that, right? Did I see that?
I didn't know
So it was perfect timing, I think. I know a lot of the groups still got to take the field. I saw a lot of pictures. If you don't follow the Muskie Boosters Club on Facebook, make sure you do that. They had great pictures. And
Yeah, they did.
I haven't seen a picture yet of the boys golf because Patrick was on the field with them.
I did not see that one.
I haven't done any Facebook
crawling yet.
Mad.
I will have to see.
And the Watermelon Stampede was that night. I think both were really well attended. So, well, for the kids event was on Friday night. So
I heard good things about the turnout for Saturday too.
yeah, those pictures looked great as well. So
A lot of neon.
A lot of yes.
It was so great. I
a
loved
lot
it.
of neon. I think that was a special pick because it was their 45th annual.
Yeah,
So they
I
went
loved
all
the
out.
shirts. They were awesome.
Yes.
Ladies, what else would you like to share?
Goodness.
Well, I will thank you for wearing the 45 Bigs and 45 Days shirt was that last month? No, it's still August.
I've been
It's
wearing
still
I've been wearing it every Wednesday. So
There.
Wow, that's exciting. So we had a QR code on the back of a shirt because we were trying to recruit 45 Bigs in 45 days to meet the need. We have a very large waiting list right now at Big Brothers Big Sisters, and we have several volunteers in inquiry and going through our enrollment process, and so it was a huge success. So thank you to you and to everyone that wore those shirts. I guess it's been like 2 weeks now.
Yeah, it's been 2
It's
weeks.
Monday. I can't keep track of what day it is or what month it is.
Your kids go to school on Thursday. Just
Yes. Yeah, if you have kids in the school district, you should probably be
know
checking
what
that
week it is.
schedule, know what day they need to go this week. You might meet a teacher tomorrow or Wednesday.
if you go back to last Thursday's show, we had
Perfect.
Tony Tone on there, and he talked
Yes.
about the back to school schedule for this week. So if you need a little reminder, check that one out. We were out at the kind of breakfast kickoff for all the Muskie staff and teachers and custodians, nurses. Had a lot of fun out there. And they got to do their M on the field,
Yeah.
which was so
Yeah.
cool. If
Cool
you've not seen
picture.
that picture yet,
Yeah,
check
great
it out.
picture, guys. Yeah, that was good.
Well, thank you, ladies.
yeah.
I'm sure I will be seeing you again on another episode of Megan Mondays.
We'll be back. I think we skipped the holiday and then I'll be back after that.
Yes, and we are 32 days away from the walk.
Wow.
It is coming up. No pressure.
You're right.
It is coming.
Make your donations, sign
Right,
your teams
sign up your
up.
teams.
Yes.
There's always something.
And yes, there are a lot of events that are happening. I have this lovely fly. He's just hanging out with me. A lot of events are happening this Saturday, so I will talk about a couple of them each day, so be sure that you are tuning in. Tomorrow I have Danny Chick on air with me, so we're going to talk to him, do a little interview, get to know him, and be ready for the remaining of this week and for the rest of August before we even talk about September.
I know.
Or the four-letter S word that you mentioned earlier. I will not go there yet. Perfect. Well, until then, Muscatine, stay happy and stay healthy. I will see you later.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we're here to serve. When you buy a vehicle at a multi-brand dealership and it isn't locally owned, it can be difficult to get information that you need.
That's why all of our trained salespeople are focused on one thing, getting you the best deal possible on a new or used Toyota.
And when you pick your favorite, we will help you with financing and maintenance.
We love helping our neighbors.
Come to Toyota Muscatine.